Timberwolves beat the Grizzlies by 11 at home. Grizzlies are now on a 5-game losing streak, but they are the 2 seed in the Western Conference, still very formidable team. And it was the matchup of the Awemorant ones. You've got 2 primary sources of awe, being Morant and Anthony Edwards. Both show out tonight, Ja with a triple-double, although I felt like we played very good defense on him. He just made a lot of tough threes, tough layups. He just played well. But we made just about everything difficult on him. Anthony Edwards was very good, getting to the rim in the first half, and then you saw a spree of jumpers more so in the third quarter. Story of the game, though, has to be Kyle Anderson. He played an amazing game. Hits the first 2 shots of the game for the Wolves, both being threes. Jaren Jackson Jr. was guarding him and staying deep into the paint. They were super disrespectful to Kyle Anderson to start that game. They were not aware he's been shooting 40% from 3 this year, I guess. He would have 4 triples tonight, 23 points, a season high, and played spectacularly. Been a really good player for us, and he's also the person that has the best connection probably with Rudy Gobert on the team. Always making great passes to him. Highlight play to Rudy tonight was kind of the reverse dunk that Rudy got off of the top of the key lob from Kyle Anderson. And that's a spark and connection that's become pretty regular between those two. Unfortunately, not a lot of other people on the team. Jaden's a good passer to Gobert, and Jalen Noel typically is, but the rest of the guards still haven't really figured it out yet. And I mentioned Jalen Noel, historically a big-time superior of his. He was really careless today. 5 turnovers from a guard of ours that normally takes care of the ball extremely well. Did not tonight, bit of an anomaly. A guard that started extremely well but kind of regressed as that game went on was D'Angelo Russell. Hit his first couple threes, his jumper was great to start, and it all just kind of regressed, ends with 6 turnovers, 3 of 10 on threes. Still felt he played a solid game, and we didn't need him to go bonkers in the 4th or anything because we maintained a pretty steady lead over that time period. Had a good third quarter, which is huge because the Wolves are the 2nd worst third quarter team in the NBA, and the Grizzlies are the 3rd best, I think. Maybe some switching in the standings there, but Grizzlies one of the best, Wolves one of the worst in the 3rd. Also want to say I think Rudy Gobert had a very good game. I kind of say that you can't really trust the numbers with him a lot of the time, and when you look at his stat line tonight, it's nothing all that crazy or impressive, but I thought it was one of his better defensive performances. He had a lot of very good contests, made kind of everything difficult around the paint, which is crucial against the Grizzlies. Interestingly, I thought kind of the most lacking part of his performance in that game was rebounding. Just a lot of his ones were pretty wide open boards that anyone was going to get, and the Grizzlies still got a lot on the offensive end against us. So kind of where the stats made him look the best is actually a part I was wanting more from, but I thought he played a solid game and was pleased with his performance, although the other bigs were looking fantastic as well. Naz Reid, Nate Knight, just studs off the bench as they have been most of this year. Both go 4 for 6, with most of their damage being done in the first half. Our bench in the first half would be 9 of 12 as a unit. And I want to say that Nate Knight should never get another DNP for this team when healthy. Reason being, his initial burst offensively whenever he initially touches that court is crazy. And there are so many instances where he's scoring a point a minute in his first stretch, and in this game he had 7 points in his first 6 minutes. When you have kind of those microwave, high-energy burst players, they don't always have to get a bunch of minutes, but give them a chance, see if they're going to spark and do something big for you. Very good win for the Wolves, and just a wonderful way to end it too. Kyle Anderson putting the dagger into his former team, gets a poke away on Morant who tries to drive past him, gets a pass back to Jaden McDaniels for a slam. Wolves are picking up some momentum. We've got the Kings in back-to-back matchups at home. Current 3 seed in the Western Conference. Will be a tough challenge. Let's see how we do. That was fun.